I apologise for the voiceover in this video today. I'm rather unwell and it makes things tricky with commentary, but there's not much I can do about it, so here we are. Fighting games and their content reveals go hand in hand, whether it's the reveal of the game itself or additional content that fans have been long waiting for. We've experienced this firsthand with the reveal of Mortal Kombat 1, with the confirmation of an official gameplay reveal at Summer Games Fest next week. And this had me thinking, what other reveals have hit in competitive Netherrealm games that stand out to us for what reasons? And that's what today's countdown video is all about. We are Ketchup and Mustard, and these are 5 unforgettable reveals in Netherrealm titles that stick with us to this day. If you enjoyed this video and you want to support future content, feel free to drop a like or a subscription to stay up to date on whatever we have next. Not the only time we visit Mortal Kombat X in this video, but a character reveal that really signifies the team's ability to take a long-requested character from a forgotten game and give them a new look, game plan, and all-round makeover. It's Tremor in Mortal Kombat X. This character reveal was a really big deal for MK fans around the world, as Tremor had been requested for so long in the MK space that his debut in MKX was a monumental addition. Not even factoring in the effect he would have on the competitive meta, as even now in 2023 he's one of the game's more powerful characters. I know we'd seen Tremor in an Easter egg in the PS Vita port of MK9, but this was the full reveal fans were waiting for. This trailer had everything that Tremor fans wanted: the new look, the gameplay, and a tease of what each of the 3 variations can do, the finishing moves, the new voice for the intros. It really said, this is Tremor as you've never seen him before, and this is what the character is now capable of. We've had trailers like these for many characters over the years, but it really is the significance of bringing back an obscure fighter from a game like Special Forces of all things and working from the ground up to make a character that we had never seen before and will likely never see again in this capacity. Tremor's reveal in all forms was confirmation to many that really any MK character could make a return one day, and whether you liked them in their original game or games or not, there would always be a chance for a new take on the character to cement their legacy in Netherrealm's current Mortal Kombat space. I was there in person when the Tremor trailer was revealed, and let me tell you, the reaction to the live crowd was electric. This one's more recent. The reveal of Mortal Kombat 11 at the Game Awards 2018. There's some lore behind this one, because as every fan knows, when the dust is settling in the previous title, there is always build-up and anticipation for what's coming next. I'm sure you all felt the same way during the constant rumours and what-ifs regarding what would now be Mortal Kombat 1, with seemingly 100 different stories about what the game would actually be. I'm pretty sure I heard all possible games from the internet before the game was actually revealed, because people would say it's going to be a new Injustice, it's going to be a new IP entirely, it's going to be Tag, or it's going to be a single-player only game. You get the idea. But here, it was after the closing period of Injustice 2. We all knew that year that Ed Boon was going to be present at the Game Awards and presenting an award there. Now, this was not a surprise. Major events like this will often gather industry legends from across the globe to make an appearance, and for people presenting awards like that, it was not uncommon in any way. But of course, the hope is always there, and here, the hope was so much more than that in hindsight. Ed walks onto the Game Award stage to present the award for Best Sports or Racing Game. When the lights darken to play what everybody assumes is the video piece to show nominees, this happened.
Let's check out the nominees.
Best Sports Racing Game.
Genuinely the most surprising reveal I had ever seen. The MK11 trailer pops right in before the awards to unveil the next Mortal Kombat title in brutal fashion. Hence, I'm not showing everything in the trailer here. This was an unforgettable reveal, as many fans were hoping the same thing would happen again for MK1. But obviously that never happened, as it just wasn't ready to be shown, I suppose. But it's definitely a reveal that will stay with us for the long run, due to the surprise factor alone. Another one from the days of Mortal Kombat X, it's Kombat Pack 2, but more specifically, Triborg. This is a personal entry, as no DLC reveal has ever stayed with us the way that this one did, and I mean Mustard and myself. I want you to rewind the clock back to 2015. MKX is out, and we've become at peace with not having our favourites in Cyrax and Sector as playable characters. An entire 3 variation system for just one of the cyborgs felt unlikely, and there were plenty of fighters in the roster to keep us busy that, at that point, we were genuinely fine with not having the cyborgs in the game. There was more than enough to enjoy without them, as much as we would always want to see them no matter what. The game had 3 variations per character though, right? We always had the thought in the back of our minds that what if there was a character that had the 3 cyborgs as separate variations? Wouldn't that be a great way to work them into the game without taking up a bunch of roster slots by themselves? It certainly wasn't our idea. A bunch of people in the community had the same thoughts, and it seemed like a cool way to work them into the game. Well, apparently Netherrealm were way ahead of all of us, as with the Kombat Pack 2 trailer, we got to see a seemingly neutral cyborg in the trailer, and then right at the end, as Triborg flies in to join the rest of the confirmed characters, they shift between variations, confirming Sector, Cyrax, and Smoke. We lost our minds when this happened, and was actually the very first reaction video we ever made, as it felt wrong not to film whatever we saw, and boy was it a special one. After the release of Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe, and well-documented changes that happened there regarding Midway, nobody knew what to expect from the future of Mortal Kombat, a game people had enjoyed for a lifetime lying in the balance where could this have actually been the final Mortal Kombat game to ever release? It was a genuine concern. But this changed with the announcement of Mortal Kombat 2011. Called by the community as MK9, this was a rebirth of the franchise and a full return to glory. We see tons of characters confirmed out the door, characters we hadn't seen for years and years, new graphics which looked unbelievable for the time, the confirmation that this game would return to a 2D playing field while retaining the 3D graphics. We see tons of special moves, returning stages. It was genuinely what fans had been waiting for countless years. And what made this reveal so memorable to many fans is that after so much uncertainty and concern about the future of this franchise, we were not only getting a new game, but the game fans had always wanted. A retelling of the story from the first 3 games, and with the exception of a couple of characters like Motaro, this game would bring back pretty much everybody. This reveal takes its place in today's list because it was a sign of change, a sign that not only was Mortal Kombat going to endure, it was back in a massive way. And the story after this is told by many. It truly was the rebirth of Mortal Kombat, and started the competitive community in many parts of the world that took things further than we'd ever seen before. This was a moment that changed things for the MK scene all around the world. And the final reveal of today's video? Not actually Mortal Kombat related. That might seem strange, but I tell you what, it was one of the biggest surprises we had ever seen in a fighting game reveal. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles announced in Fighter Pass 3 for Injustice 2. This reveal was not expected by anybody. We'd seen guest characters in the franchise anyway, as Mortal Kombat itself made a guest appearance thanks to Scorpion in the first game, and then Sub-Zero and Raiden to follow in the sequel. But this was totally different. I remember the social media hype well. Before this trailer, fans were really wanting to see one more MK character, and the one I saw the most was Mileena. Now that makes sense, as Mileena has a very loyal fan base around the world, and she's obviously a super iconic character to Mortal Kombat. But she didn't actually end up making the cut here, as we all know at this point. But why am I talking about her? The trailer itself was as expected. You see a bit of fighting with the previously revealed characters and a bit of a cinematic showing of the new ones. In this case, it was Atom and Enchantress. But right at the end of this trailer, the two fighters are interrupted by a sigh. Now, if you were a fan of Mortal Kombat, or a fan of something else, this would have suggested various things. But that's quickly cleared up, where soon after it's revealed that the sigh belongs to Raphael, and all four of the Ninja Turtles make a dramatic appearance and fly into the screen. The biggest thing about this is how we had seen and heard absolutely nothing about this reveal as a community. And it was something that blew the minds of everybody watching it. A character reveal that showed that all four of them would be in the game somehow, and as we now all know, the Turtles are playable individually, similar to Triborg in the game prior. One of the greatest guest characters in a fighting game, and a character reveal we will never forget. And that's our list. If any reveals resonate with you that we didn't mention here, let us know in the comments section. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.